Mirage down. Cracked lifeline. Ended Mirage. Knocked another. Why did I just get a crack on that? Last one's low. I'm watching. Got her. Nice, nice, nice. GG's.
You're way better.
So if you've watched a Arena's Legend review of mine before, you might know what's about to happen, but in case you haven't watched one of these in the series, I'll put a card in the top right corner for that playlist if you want to check it out. Basically what I do is I run through this legend. We'll run 3 or 4 games, and I'll just show you the gameplay to these. And my goal with this series, it's not exactly a guide. I'm gonna call out tips as I recognize things that are gonna work well or don't work well. It's more of just like, hey, let's dive into 3 games and just see what happens, because I could show you highlights, the best of my clips for Caustic, but that's not gonna give you a realistic view of what to expect when you pick this character. So I'm gonna grab an L star, I think. And no, I've never played him in arenas before, so it's interesting to know he gets three gas traps off the rip. His ult is 400, which is pretty expensive. I'm just gonna run an L star. We're top side here. Now this is probably gonna stretch me, actually, to be quite honest, because I'm used to poking a lot, especially on this map. I think it's more conducive to that poke meta. I need to figure out how to engage my traps in this fight, and I'm not quite sure how I'm gonna do that, but I'm gonna take up top here. I'm probably gonna put a trap, like, say, on this left side here. Crack seer. Okay, we're actually in a really good spot. Can I chuck this? Imagine. Doesn't quite go. I'm coming, buddy. Okay, I'm gonna trap up underneath in case they push. This is actually fine. If they want to push, they can, but we'll be able to punish them for it. Crack seer, 18 flesh. Octane's one shot. He's onto the bridge. I'm gonna grab these mats real quick. Nice. Okay, so it seems like it probably depends on the type of team that you're against. So we were against a pretty passive team, and we got a really good pick right out of the gate, which I think changed the surface of that game pretty significantly. I don't know if that would have maybe affected the results here. So my initial thought here is it's going to be able to stop the push. If you know you're against an aggressive team, which we aren't here, so this isn't really going to apply to this game. But if I'm against a really aggressive team, I'm thinking I'm trapping up right away as soon as I get up here. That way, if they want to push us, they're going to get punished for it. Or at the very least, we're going to be able to obstruct vision. Now, in this case, it was more helpful to me to utilize that as a zoning tool. We were kind of in this weird spot underneath. Well, that was very unfortunate. We were underneath because we got a knock. They were rezzing. We didn't really want to push. We also didn't want to get dropped on. Cracked Octane. Oh, gosh. This is not a good sign. This is really not a good thing. Now, with how this has happened, it's very possible we actually push here. So I'm going to... I actually have no shield heals left, which is really unfortunate. Should have grabbed another battery. Clearly. Really need to knock it down. There we go. I might get down right here. Okay. Oh my gosh. Okay, so I probably should have played that differently. If I was able to get a trap down there, that does help significantly. I knew that he had HP advantage, so I was hoping to break that up, and it just didn't work the way I wanted it to. We'll chalk that up to some mechanical failure there. I think that his traps are going to be way more helpful on the bottom side because it's more buildings, more close quarters. This is all poked, so I could have started setting up traps. I probably should have started like a hair earlier once my first teammate got knocked. Because there's not really any reason for me to put these out off the rip. It just doesn't really help us any. But once we start getting pushed, then it's a big help. Bro, this Octane is driving me nuts. Cracked Seer 50 flesh. Okay, now I'm gonna start zoning. I really needed to not get knocked so quickly there. They're literally just all running rampages, which is upsetting. Oh gosh. Yep. Octane's one shot, there you go. And then I'm damaging one right here. Yeah, and then Lifeline's gonna get the rest. She doesn't even have to worry about it because we're only one game in. We've got 2 more to go. My initial thought is that this is really gonna be situational where you need to be against an aggressive team for this to work. Because that team really wasn't ever aggressive. Their strength really was they beat us in the poke, and then we just had nothing left by the time they got to us. I don't think the very first round, if I had placed more traps, I think it would have mattered. The other 2, I'm not sure if it would have mattered. Also, this banner might be the best one that I have. I'm pretty proud of it. So my goal on this map, what I'm thinking, I'm going to camp right here. This is my space. I want to win this space and I want to keep it. So I'm gonna have to be reset. I'm gonna have to be careful of the open non-door side. Oh, we're going left. Shoot. Okay, well I'll go left. Okay, I'm scanned. So I'm gonna chill for a second here. Mirage is one shot right here. Gosh. Okay. Gas is good there. Gas was good. So that was one of those where, like, I anticipated what was about to happen. The lifeline went under the bridge into what I'm pretty sure was a 2v1 situation. And because I knew... Well, I assumed she was going to go for the res. I'm not even sure if she did. But I was able to help her zone that off by she was able to back up. Whether she knew it or not, when she backed up, she had a trap to help keep her protected. And that also gave me vision that would have slowed Octane down after he knocked the lifeline. So even though he had a fair amount of blue shield, I'm not sure what his total HP is, it was that I hit right there. But I had plenty of angle positioning and... he was slowed, so it's easier to hit him. Oh gosh. Just in a right place, right time kind of situation here. Okay, well. Caustic might be really good on overflow. I mean, the zoning, it gave me vision. It made me recognize which one was the real decoy around the corner, so I was ready to turn the right way. Dude, this might just work. This might just work. I think we're just gonna run the same vibe. So I'm setting this up here. The reason I'm doing that is so that we're protected from a booty. They're padding behind us. Okay, well that was a bad decision. Okay, we just need to chill out here. Wait, what? Okay, weird. He must have been right below me. Probably dead here. What's up? Hey, GG's. I actually had a really good game that time. Now that was huge. So they tried. Hey, got you. That was actually really good because they played a really risky strat. I have a lot of respect for that Mirage for padding in like that. But as soon as I heard it, wow, I had a really good game that time. As soon as I heard it, I was just hucking them traps down, and that fully zoned him where, one, his teammates didn't join him, and I think they were trying to wrap around the other way, which is a fair enough flank, and it almost got them the win. But that Mirage, which was their best player, I think it's really fair to say that was their best player, he got slowed, damaged, and I was able to finish him in gas, which I think was a really big advantage for me. And then I think it did also help zone, so as soon as his teammates saw that's not a safe space for them to walk into and fight up close, they stayed back to poke, which allowed us to reset. I gotta say, on this map, it might work really well. We'll see how this one goes, because this might be a very different game. The other nice thing about some of these more obscure legends that are maybe not quite as much in the meta right now is I pretty much don't ever have to worry about anyone taking it, you know? If y'all want to play Seer, the chances of me playing a Seer and actually getting it are pretty low right now. Same thing with, you know, Bloodhound's one of those. Pathfinder can kind of fit in that category. Octane kind of fits in that category. But the truth is, not a lot of people are picking Caustic right now. So he's almost every single game a free pick, where I don't have to say, ah, dang, they stole the person I wanted to play. Now I have to figure out who else. On this map specifically, I think this is a super solid pick. We're going to keep with the L-Star meta. I think that's the play. We're going to run, if we go this side, we're going to run all 4 traps. So I've got some extras.
I'll be defending this location.
Cracked blood. Knocked him.
Deploying a variable.
Ow. Well, that's really not good.
Shields are recharging. Taking out a gas trap. Recharging shields.
Charging on my shields.
Death will have to wait.
Hold up. Healing.
Target spotted.
I know. Help. I'm down.
You're kidding. Of course it's a gibby. Oh man. Of course it was a gibby.
Deploying a variable. Observing this area. Placing gas trap. Enemy spotted. Close. Taking fire.
Spot 3. Sending home.
Crack the Bloodhound.
Taking fire.
What's in that care package could be a deciding variable. Target spotted.
Gibby's one shot right here. Crack blood. He's right beneath. Nice. Zoning there was huge. It also gave me cover to hide behind when the Gibby pushed, which I knew he was going to on that side. I didn't know the Bloodhound was going to push from behind me, but because I got the damage from the trap, I knew they were behind us. Man, I might be sold on this, man. I just wasn't sure. You never know what you're gonna walk into these kinds of things. I'm very impressed. Very impressed.
Taking fire. Need lead. Recharging shields.
Almost cracked Gib right here. Quite aware of there. I think you, sir. Oh gosh. And there's one behind me as well. Yep. Cracked him. Nice, nice, nice. Yeah, let me pop this bat. Okay. Good comms, good comms. Nice, nice, nice. Good stuff. Okay, I think that the traps were really helpful there. I feel like I've said that every single round since like the first game, but that Gibby's really good, and being able to, even if I can just make him hesitate, I think that's really my goal, is if I can make him hesitate, I can win the round. I really do think that, because it allows me the time to reposition, it allows me the time to delay the push until my teammates can either get a hold of what's going on. The other thing too is I'm using a weapon that's, has it already been nerfed? I don't even know if the cost nerf already happened. I'm so out of the loop. But for reference, when I'm recording this is Tuesday. This video is coming out on Friday. So they just announced today that they were reducing the, or they were increasing the cost of the Prowler and the L-Star. You are behind us. Okay, that was a mistake. That was a big mistake. I messed up. That's rude. Yeah, I messed that one up. I shouldn't have pushed out like I did. Bro, we just literally need to chill on this side. I think we'll be good. Oh, I'm getting shot by two. Flush on this guy. Got him. 50, I think, on him. Nice. Okay, we actually saved the ult, which is kind of nice. They, like, really split there. And we're just, you know, it's meta right now. I'm just maxing out the L-Star. It's just the best. I think it's the best bang for buck for what I'm doing here. It also has plenty of range for this map specifically. Like, you don't need any more than that. You could run, you know, I run Scout a lot, but with this, I think just emphasizing maxing out my traps and emphasizing that close range potential is really the play. Really far back for some reason. Save you when you do that. Okay. Yeah, but you're pushing the side, which is kind of what I expected, but I can't stop that. That early knock was really unfortunate. Pushing up right here. Almost knocked the Bloodhound. Got him. Nice, GG's.
Good job.
Okay, well, I'm very impressed. I know you've heard that from me this entire time, but I am very, very impressed with how that worked. Caustic is going to be way more map specific than a lot of your movement legends, which I've already talked about with Pathfinder. Is just, yeah, the movement's always valuable. I think the Party Crashers map is way more difficult to utilize him because you have to be against the right type of team, and I think the map needs to favor the lower side of the map for it to be more helpful. That's just my opinion. I could be wrong on that.